Hello everybody, the sun is shining, spring is on the way, and welcome to today's vlog. So we are finally off to a horse show. Whoop whoop. Not showing, we're not there yet, but we are off to dressage. Literally of a winter of just doing dressage in like snow and ice. This is so lovely. It's about 16 degrees. We're off to Forest Edge, which is my favourite venue. It will be indoors, and we're doing the Prelim 3 test. We've done it a few times. I know it's not our best test in the world, but the dream would be to get 69+%. And I would love a win because we've missed out by 1% quite a few times. But realistically, I am now 8 months pregnant. I think it's, yeah, I haven't got long to my due date. My riding isn't getting better, guys, so I am aware that perhaps I should be thinking more like my score is going to go down because I'm riding more and more rubbisher. But I'm just looking forward to having a lovely day. I've also got the gorgeous Spudalicious. Yeah, so join me for a day. We're going to get Donny down the yard. I also thought I might stitch my plaits, practice ready for the show season. There's a rabbit and Spud's very excited, by the way. Yeah, get Donny looking fabulous and just try my best and have fun. So I have just got to the yard. Everything's all packed in the horse box ready. I try and do stuff the day before just to make my life easier, even though I'm not actually on till 2 o'clock, which is quite a nice time actually, because I haven't got to sort of rush around. It's feeling very relaxed at the minute. So Donny to ride this week has been not amazing. I think it's due to the sun coming out and the spring grass. He's just been a bit, not naughty, I can't use the word naughty, just a bit babyish and a bit silly. Like, Donny's such a good boy, but I always know when he's feeling a bit fresh because he looks for things to spook at, and he is the most unspooky horse in the world. And I rode him in the double bridle one day and he was so strong, like he just wanted to canter. So I really don't know how he's going to be today, but Forest Edge is my safe space. He's seen everything there. It's a lovely big arena. So yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be a good day, but we haven't had the best week. So we're going to just put some more hay and things in here, get him in, and then go do the poo picking and then start the plaiting. Come on. Hey, Finley. Hey, Donny. Hi. Come on. Got my little yard puppy out. Yes. Got your bed out so you can sit and watch whilst I plait. Donny actually had a bath in the week. I haven't groomed him since, but I'm hoping, oh, the light's really weird, I can get all this fuzz out and then plait him and he'll look $1 million, hopefully. Definitely less greasy and a bit shinier. You gonna go on your bed? Good boy. It is the season of shedding. He's changing colour as well. It's going from black to like a chocolatey brown colour. I've been working quite a lot this week on just getting his coat looking nicer, trying to get all this hair out so he's less itchy. Lots of grooming and a nice bath. So I've just stitched all my plaits, which is the first time I've stitched this year. And Donny, can we not chew my chair? Thank you. We definitely need work, don't we, Don? They need to be way smaller. They're a bit golf bally. And here we've still got some mane recovery going on. But his coat is looking good. Hey, Spuddy, being a good boy. Yeah. So yeah, now we're just going to paint his hooves, give him a nice groom. I mean, he does look smart, and it has only taken me an hour and a half to plait him all up with thread, but definitely we need to practice, don't we, Donovan? Yeah. So I'm now dressed and ready to go. I'm just wearing a black base layer t-shirt and my stock, my white jumpers, huge kabump. Clothes are definitely getting tighter, but I'm hoping we can make it to the light at the end of the tunnel. But yeah, and I'm gonna just put on my dressage jacket and my boots when I get there. Donny's just come in to have a wee if he wants one. But yeah, really excited, really looking forward to it, but I'm out of breath just talking, look, so yeah, I've just got to try my best and have some fun. Finny's going to go back out in the field, aren't you, Finny? Right, we're going to leave. It's now 12:30ish. Get there for 1 o'clock, and then when my time is 2 o'clock. So it gives me an hour to fanny about, get dressed, get on, all of that. Yeah, if I can get on, and yeah, go from there. Just look at the little foal. So cute. There is another one out there somewhere, I think. Oh, so cute. So we have arrived at Forest Edge. Lots of horse boxes here. Not as many as there has been, but obviously dressage is different because you sort of come and go. Spud, you're going to stay in the car? You're going to stay here? You're going to be a good boy? Spud just loves sitting here and watching people, don't you? Probably have a little nap. Yeah, so this is Forest Edge. All those there are stable blocks. That in there is all indoor stable blocks. And then this is the cafe and everything in here. And you go down there, round those stables, and the big indoor menage, and then the indoor menage is out there. And then you can also park up and ride here and go in the woods. We used to do that with JJ, and they do have a little cross-country course here, like behind all the big arenas. But yeah, that's the venue. We're excited, aren't we, Spud? We're quite early, but I'm looking forward to it. Here he is, all ready to go. He looks very smart. Me, on the other hand, I can just get buttoned up. But it is what it is. I've tried. The attempt is there. You're just never going to look that glamorous when you're the size of a whale. Hey Don, now I've got to try and get on. That's always the most entertaining bit. So this is the indoor-outdoor warm-up arena at Forest Edge. I had loads of time, so I actually stood outside and waited for a few horses to go out, so it was a bit more empty, so I had more room. I do what I normally do when I warm up at the minute, and I do 5 minutes of walking, then I have a breather, trotting, have a breather, cantering, have a breather, because obviously I am struggling to breathe a bit with my fitness and things like that. I'm feeling sick at the moment, but he felt okay in the warm-up. He wasn't obviously bothered by anything. He was just he started off in the walk and trot work feeling really good, and then as soon as I started cantering, he was on the forehand and heavy, and I just kept trying to lift him with my hands, not keep my hands totally fixed, so he had nothing to lean on as such. But yeah, he just felt heavy, and even though I was trying to bend him around my legs, I was trying to get him to move forward and do lots of transitions, he just seemed to feel quite strong. But then this week he has felt quite full of himself, so I don't know whether it's related to that. So the first movement is enter at A, working trot, proceed down the centre line, and C track left. This scored A7, fairly straight, just a little right of centre line. At the time, I thought this was the straightest straight line in the world, but then when I look at the video, I'm like, I was just off the centre line. Completely agree. But yeah, like I said at the time, I thought this is so straight. HE working trot, and between E and K, half circle left, 15 metres diameter, returning to the track at H. The scored is 7.5. Good suppleness and pleasing steps. I was trying to be as accurate as possible. Then at C, I ride a circle right, 20 metres diameter, with a give and retake of the reins when crossing the centre line. This scored a 7 with fair rhythm. Yeah, I feel like the test, as usual, it started off really well. He he felt lovely. And then as soon as the canter work comes in, it all goes a bit to a mess. But between B and F is the next movement, half circle right, 15 metres diameter, returning to the track at M. And this scored a 7, accurate. I think I just needed to have a little bit more bend to pick up a bit more of a better mark. Like, I feel like I could have had him bent around my inside leg a bit more. But overall, I actually think he looks very nice. Then C circle left, 20 metres diameter with a give and retake of the reins when crossing the centre line. This scored a 7, fair shape and size. So I was happy that all the shapes this time were all accurate. And I wrote accurate to all the movement and markers. So this is a really good start. HXF, changed the rein in working trot. This scored a 7. And when I was riding this, I was just thinking, ride as accurate as possible to pick up those extra marks. So here we are, changing the rein. And I do think he looks lovely. And I'm quite happy with his rhythm. So the next movement scored a 6, which was a bit tight, I thought, which is A, transition to medium walk. Now, I thought that was a really good transition. She said walk needs more purpose and swing, so it's AKE medium walk. And I thought this was quite a good walk for Donny. I think it deserved more than a 6, maybe a 6.5. I know the walk could definitely have more purpose. E to B is a half circle right, 20 metres in a free walk on a long rein, and this scored a 7.5. Like, he could not stretch more if he tried. This was such a good, consistent stretch. I think it was worthy of an 8, but 7.5 is still fine. B, medium walk, and between F and A, transition to work and trot. And this scored a 6.5, which again, I thought that was a little bit mean. She just said walk steps need more purpose. I don't disagree with her comment. I just thought she was maybe a little bit mean. A, circle right, 20 metres diameter, and in the second half of the circle, working canter right. See, this scored a 7, and I don't think his transition deserved a 7. Let's watch the transition. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't crisp. So I feel like that should have had a 6.5 instead of a 7. E, circle right, 20 metres diameter. Then EHCM working canter. This scored a 6.5, becoming strong and deep. 100%. He was so strong in the canter work. Strong, but not like I'm going to gallop off with you strong. Then MXK, changed the rein with a transition to working trot over X, 6.5, running on a little. This is always going to be our weakest movement. Wasn't totally bad, but yeah. Then A, circle left, 20 metres in the second half of the circle, pick up working canter left. See, this scored a 6.5, and I actually thought this was better than the first transition. She said needs more lift through the shoulder, but I actually thought this was a much nicer transition in my opinion. And then B, circle left, 20 metres diameter, and BMCH working canter, 6.5, becoming deep and on the forehand. Yes, he was like a steam train. I was just there smiling and trying to keep it all together so I didn't escape out of the arena. But it's hard with these big horses. I would much rather be on a pony. HXF, changed the rein with a transition to work and trot over X, and this scored a 6. Loss of balance. Yeah, he was like totally running, and here I am running more. FAK working trot, and then between K and E, a half circle right, 20 metres, allowing the horse to stretch, and this scored a 7. And she said need to take nose out. Yeah, 100%. I just didn't want to let go of him because I was so scared he was going to run off with me. A, down the centre line, and G, halt immobility salute. This scored a 7, and she said quarters slightly left but a square halt. And my mum picked up on this, and I said I felt like it was fine. But then when I looked back at the video, I was like, yeah, his quarters were out when we turned. I didn't have him around my inside leg, but the halt was good. So yeah. So we've just got back, and I've got my test sheet. They let me have it early. So paces scored 6.5. Impulsion scored a 7. That's good. Cooperation scored a 7, and my position in seat scored a 7. Nice combination, lots to like. Just needs better balance and consistent tempo. Well ridden. So yeah, 68.54. 68 is like my number, isn't it? We scored 7.5 for his free walk on a long rein, and on a 7.5 for our second movement, and then a lot of the rest. Our lowest was a 6, which was for the transition from canter to trot, which we know is our worst, and our halt at the end scored a 7. So yeah, pretty consistent, pretty good. The winner today had 72, so I wasn't miles away, and there was 25 in it. I will say today all the eventers came out of the woodwork. I am happy with how I rode him. It's the only thing I'm a bit like is last week I felt like I had such a breakthrough with how he was going. He was forward, he was lighter, he was easier to ride, and today he was so strong. Just heavy in the hand, just really heavy in the hand, and in like when I don't have the walls as such to guide me, it's so much harder. But I know it's just balance and strength and getting him to lift more, use his core more, become more engaged behind. But we're trying, we're really trying, and he is such a good boy, and I think that's the main thing, that he is a good boy. He looks after me, and I'm pleased with myself because I'm doing really well for where I'm at with my body. But yeah, I think I might have just been pipped to the post though now in the league. I think I'm now dropped to 2nd, which is a bit like sad because I really wanted to win. I just got to keep trying. That's all I can do, is keep trying. I think the judge was really fair. The scores were so close. I think between where I was at the minute, and I'm not sure if they've quite finished, but there's like 0.5% between each rider, or a couple of points. So yeah, but I'm just gonna get Donny off, yeah, get him out and tidy up. Donny's looking very shiny. You've been a very good boy. You can go out in the field now. You can. Good boy. Your coat is looking lovely. You look very smart, Don. Yes. So Donny's just tucking into his grub. Yeah, I'm happy and I'm not happy with today. I felt like I rode it the best I could. I felt like I was as accurate as I could. He was just so strong today. Like, not as if like strong as if he's going to gallop away with me. Just so heavy and on the forehand, and he just wanted to sort of tank through the bridle, which it's really annoying because obviously in dressage I've got to be in a snaffle. I'm sitting up, I'm squeezing, I'm a berm and all that. It's not like I can school him in a dressage test. It would be much better for me if the test went like canter, then have a walk on a long rein, and then go back into canter, so he'd had a minute to sort of go. He just gets very quick after a canter, and that's the bit I struggle with, like getting him back together. Yeah, I feel like we were against lots of eventers today. All the eventers have come out of the woodwork. Usually there's like a mixture of cobs and all sorts, and today it was like thoroughbreds and warm bloods. Yeah, no, I'm happy with him. He's been a really good boy. He hasn't done anything horrible. I want to get better, and we seem to be stuck at 68. But hopefully we're going to try a long arena test next weekend, which we've never done, and maybe if there's a bit more room in the arena he might be a bit better, I don't know. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed today's vlog. I've loved going to a show, and I do think he's looking very good, aren't you, Donny? He's looking like more and more ready for showing shows now. Still got some mane pulling to do, and just schooling, getting him lighter and lighter. But yeah, hey Don. So thanks for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.